and take a breath of
Yeah.
there's so much going on with everybody, and just have a moment that you can really enjoy. Oh, this is Ghost. So Ghost is our meow manager here at Sensorio.
Meow, listen here.
Yeah. For those who can't see him, he's our cat. He has an Instagram page.
Oh, really?
Right. So go at Ghost Sensorio, I believe.
Ghost Sensorio.
But check it out.
So if you've seen a ghost at Sensorio, that's the cat. That's not the actual ghost.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I can't see how it turns out. So at least we're recording audio, maybe. This is the Paso Robles Podcast. I'm here on site at Sensorio.
Welcome.
I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, who you are, what do you do, and we'll take it off from there.
Yeah, thank you. It's great having you. My name is Ryan Hopple, and I'm the general manager here at Sensorio.
Okay, general manager. Okay, from one ex-general manager to another. Do you ever put your phone down?
I try to.
Yeah.
It's hard. I try to, especially when I'm walking around the venue and talking with customers and asking them where they're from and good evening, thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I really try and put the phone down. It's certainly hard not to look at all the analytics that come in when we're open of customers and what they're getting and what they're doing. But you got to put down the phone sometimes to talk to the customers one-on-one. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, I still get the numbers every night. They run the reports and I go, look, let's see how they did, per capita, all that fun stuff. So I'm guessing you get some sort of report every day that you...
Oh yeah. It's really interesting to see, how many hamburgers we sold or how many sweatshirts we sold or how many walk-up tickets there are. There's a lot of details that we could review and look at and try and make organized information more better for us and Sensorio and what we want to do.
Yeah, so you guys have been... Oh, Sensorio has been around for how many years?
Years now. We just celebrated our 6th year, which is amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys opened up right before the pandemic, right?
Right.
Did they tell you how that was? Because I haven't talked to anybody from Sensorio that was in here during the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't here, but it seemed like we opened and then the pandemic hit and we shut down for a little bit. But I think we opened back up and it gave people an opportunity to come do a thing that's outside and try to get back into some type of normalcy. I know that me and my family came up and did a lap around, and it was a basic thing to get out, but also just to see the lights and something different. And it was an amazing moment for us.
So you've been here, you said 2 years.
Just over 2 years.
Just over 2 years.
Yeah.
What convinced you to come over here besides the scenery, the wine? I'm not sure if you're into wine.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And live in Paso and Silla County. Honestly, it was just meeting with the owner and the senior leadership of listening to all the stuff they've done and where they want to go, and doing my own research about Sensorio and seeing what it was all about, and then coming on site and interviewing and just seeing how big the site was. And honestly, driving the Can-Ams around was pretty cool too.
No,
that was a big point. No, but seriously, just, speaking with owners and senior leadership and hearing what they had planned and what they wanted to do, I felt like this was the place I wanted to be.
So where were you before this?
I've always worked in hospitality operations in the Bay Area, managed corporate cafes and managed the, premium lounges at SFO, the United Clubs and American and such that. And we moved down here, it would be 9 years ago in June, or July, excuse me. I worked for MindBody for a little bit. I worked as their workplace manager, so running their front desk and facilities and office operations for SLO, but also global. It was a really fun job. But then the pandemic hit. They didn't need that anymore. I got to be at home with my girls for summertime that I probably would have never, ever done, which was great. I worked from home a little bit, a great job. I was very thankful that they hired me during a pandemic. But working from home really wasn't for me. Hospitality,
Yeah.
kind of be out there.
Yeah.
I saw this opportunity and jumped at it, and I've been here ever since, thankfully.
This episode is sponsored by Valeria Hinoves with RE/MAX, your local real estate expert here in the Paso Robles and Central Coast. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, Valeria makes the process smooth, personal, and stress-free. She's bilingual, experienced, and ready to help. ¿Hablas español? Ella también. Call Valeria today at 805-212-6387 and let's get you a home.
Just out of like my curiosity, was it like Indeed or LinkedIn, or where did you see?
Well, I think I saw the position on Indeed, but then I also reached out to the person who posted the job from Sensorio on LinkedIn and sent them a message too.
Yeah. No, because my brother's going through a whole process right now. He's like the head of maintenance, I guess, at the Marriott Hotel.
Yeah.
And he's trying to apply over at Ava that's about to open up. And I'm like, well, how'd you find out? Like, I obviously knew they were going to talk at some point because my brother's very smart. He moves only when there's more opportunity, right?
Yeah.
He's been at the Oxford. He went back to Marriott and all that stuff. And I tell him, like, dude, you got to talk to him. But I'm not going to talk to him for you because I actually met Matthew Clayfish, who is the general manager of Ava Hotel. I brought him on the show. I'm trying to get balls there. Yeah. No, he's really interesting.
Yeah, we did as a quarterly team building event last quarter. We went out and we had a tour at the Ava with Matt and Karina. They were very, very nice. They showed us all around the inside. It's going to be an amazing hotel.
Yeah.
A lot of really cool things they're going to do. And then we helped out at Eco Slow and Eco Paso for the rest of the time. But the Ava Hotel, I think, is going to be just another great addition to the city.
I think their approach is very like Paso Robles like driven.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think them taking the approach they're doing to keep it like feel small, not this big corporate thing, is a smart move. Whoever made that decision,
I would agree too. Yeah, and there's just lots of different things they're doing there too. Between all the banquet halls and the upstairs restaurant by the pool is gonna be really nice. The downstairs restaurant's gonna be nice. It's gonna be another of many reasons why you should come to Paso and hang out.
Absolutely
everything.
Yeah, so Sensorio is one of those like family-friendly things that are around here because, I mean, the bowling alley closed down.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Slice that was here a few years ago closed down. It was like an arcade pizza place.
Yeah.
I mean, Paso's kind of like running out of things to do for the kids. So I'm happy that Sensorio has been here since 2019, but you guys are also expanding. So I'm trying to remember, like, 'cause you gave me a quick tour, so I'm trying to go through everything because there's a lot and there's going to be more. I feel bad whoever has to redo the sign of where you're at.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there's stickers involved, but it was a quick tour over our 35 acres that we have and growing. We do try and say that we are very family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Every night that we're open, we have live music. We have things in our event lawn that kiddos can do.
Yeah.
We have things like next Thursday, we're having the Santa Barbara bubble guy come in and do really cool extreme bubbles that can be lighted up when it's dark or put fog in them, and different experiences that help with the kiddos to let the kiddos have fun, but also it lets the parents have fun too, right?
Yeah.
And so they can relax as well too.
This episode is sponsored by Lion Pro Flooring. Give new life to your floors with beautiful, professionally installed flooring. Whether it's hardwood, luxury vinyl, or carpet, your home deserves quality you can feel and craftsmanship you can trust. Serving Paso Robles in all of SLO County, Lion Pro Flooring is your local expert in transforming spaces. Call or text 805-712-3710 for a free estimate today. That's 805-712-3710, Lion Pro Flooring, when quality matters.
Yeah, the bubble guy. That's interesting. I've never heard of a bubble guy.
Yeah, even more reason to come back this Thursday with your family. Excuse me.
Yeah. I might have to make that happen. So you've done hospitality. How has your kind of like your how do I phrase this? because you developed a certain set of skills, and you know how to network, you know how to talk to people, you know how to hire, fire. But here, I feel like you've had to expand your role a little bit more, because you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
hats.
hats. One of the things I've really worked on the past couple of years is learn marketing, right? I've learned food and beverage. I've learned how to work with people, manage people, try to hire people and recruit. Marketing was always something that someone else was doing for me. So I kind of dove in and trying to learn all the different things you have to do and trying to figure the different areas we want to try and target, what programs could work, how do we reach those people to who are coming into Paso so they know about Sensorio. But more importantly, to get those people back who have come in 2019, 2020, and just kind of think, I've been there, seen it, but now, we have 6 more exhibits than the first time they've come. We've added on to the field. Again, we have the event lawn and stage, and it's just so much more than what we were certainly 5 years ago, even 2 years ago.
Yeah. And I feel like you've also had to learn, because as they're installing the exhibits, you also have to learn what goes in it, right? Because you have to talk to the maintenance guy about all the solar. You have to talk about, the food, the beverage, the merch. Like, you're talking to everybody.
It's everything. Yeah.
So what was your knowledge on solar then to now? Because solar has been either a good or a bad thing, depending on who you're talking to.
Yeah. It was minimal before. It's better now. Thankfully, I have a really good team of people who know a lot more than me for the aesthetics of the art and how they run.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things too that I've kind of learned throughout the years to do better is delegate and understand that I can't do everything, even though that's very hard for me. And it's been a big learning lesson for me to kind of understand the past couple of years, or even decades long, is you got to delegate. You got to trust what people can do, and have them tell me what's going on and what they're thinking, and take action from there. And thankfully, I have a really good team of people who know where the power should go, how the solar should be set up, what's working, what's not working with the art. So we can make real-time analytical type of decisions on how to improve, but also how to maintain the property here.
Yeah. So one of the things I asked you is like, what's your max capacity? And you said Memorial Weekend, you said 1,600?
1,600 people, yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. To me, that's a lot. But I don't know how many people are at the fair. I don't know how many people are at the, all these other locations. So it's like one of those things, like you can say 1,000. I'm like, that's a lot to me still.
I mean, no matter what, it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And, it's important that each guest is having a great experience, right? Because guests are paying their hard-earned money to go to Sensorio, and they're choosing to come to us for that evening to enjoy Sensorio. So whether it's 300, 800, 1,600, it's up to us to make them a really good experience here. And I think that 1,600, it doesn't happen a lot. It's usually on a holiday weekend. But we want to make sure everyone's having a good time no matter how busy it is.
This episode is brought to you by Rad Scooter Deli on 6th Street. Craving something delicious in Paso Robles? Rad Scooter Deli on 6th Street has you covered. Enjoy tasty sandwiches, fresh salads, and smoothies like the Banana Nut Blast, my personal favorite. Kick back on the covered patio, sip on a cold beer and wine, and enjoy the easy parking. Order online for pickup or dine-in. And here's a treat. Use promo code PODCAST for $5 off your next order. That's PODCAST for $5 off your next order. Open daily from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rad Scooter Deli. Local flavor, fast and fresh.
Yeah, because one of the things, when you said 1,600 and you mentioned like making sure every single person's experience is the experience you want them to have.
Yeah.
What crossed my mind is Disneyland. Are you like, do you see yourselves kind of keeping track, like Disneyland? Okay, make sure this is this way. Are there any hidden things you do just to make sure the experience stays on track?
Yeah, I mean it's all of that, right? It's making their memories glow when they come to Sensorio, right? And it's everything from greeting them as they're coming through the parking lot into box office. greeting them as they're walking down that first entryway into the entry village and saying good evening, thanks for coming to Sensorio, answering their questions of, how was Sensorio built, how many lights are in the field, that docent tour type of approach, to making sure that their food is cooked to what they ordered in a good time, and they're just having a nice time when they're walking here. And that's just so many different departments, everything from security to guest services to food and beverage to maintenance to janitorial. And that's part of the dance, but it's also a very fun dance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what else to do.
Do you meet with like your top people like every week or every month?
Yeah, every week I have one-on-ones with different people of my senior staff to make sure, what's going on, how can we do things differently. These are the kind of top things that we're looking for, just to try and maintain some organizational structure, so we can make sure we're on the same page.
So are you guys open regardless? I mean, rain or shine, or is obviously you don't want to be open during rain.
Yeah.
But it looks like you guys have a lot of like open area where there's like mud really isn't going to be an issue.
Sometimes, it can get, we can maintain being open on a light rain.
Yeah.
But when it gets into a heavy rain, then it gets a little, there's definitely some safety concerns, but then it just it's not a good experience, right?
Right.
Being able to see everything and engage in everything like you normally would on a nice night. So it can get tricky, especially with the terrace. There's nothing up there. It's kind of wide open. At least if it's a light rain and it's only at the start of the opening, people can kind of hang out in the Mercado. That's indoors, but it's case by case. And in those January, February, March months when it's cold, certainly if you're on the terrace, there's fire pits on the terrace people can sit out. There's fire pits at the vet lawn, and then we have the Mercado too. We saw a lot of hot chocolates and coffees during those months too, which is great.
I can imagine that. The way this place is laid out, it's almost as if you can have a reception here for a wedding.
Yeah, we had our first one a couple weeks ago. There are opportunities that people can contact us for private events on nights that were closed.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's Monday through Wednesday, and we could do some stuff during the day, but at nights when we're open, it'd be hard to do a wedding just because it would take away from that experience.
This episode is sponsored by Del Pueblo Furniture in Paso Robles. Skip the credit card headache. Talk to Roger and get 0% in-house financing on quality furniture you'll love. Visit them at 1030 Railroad and 10th Street or call 805-239-5942. That's Del Pueblo Furniture. Comfort you want, payments you can handle. Y sí, se habla español. Just ask for Roger.
We do have packages when we're open. If you have a party of 10 or more, there's a group discount that you can contact us about. And then we have something called the Terrace Club, which is an elevated experience on the terrace that we reserve an area for you. You get early access, and there's food and beverage packages that you can have up there as well too. So there's different experiences that you can look at. We're getting more and more experience in doing more of those private events. We're doing 2 private events in June, and just getting more on board with that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, because I can see quite a few events happening here in that downtime that you're like, hey, it's available if anybody wants to rent it out.
Exactly. And you talk about how it might be hard for people to see. But, you could have a ceremony here in the event space. You can have dinner on the terrace. You kind of walk through everything. You could have an activation in the towers. And then you can have like an after hours kind of dance party in Dimensions. And all of that is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at like comedy nights here too. You have a stage. You have a stage, man.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, we do live music every night we're open. We do a lot of, local heroes come out and play. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I know you guys are building this place. Total, you said you have how many acres?
So the whole property is 380 acres. Right now, Sensorio operates on just about 35 acres if you include the parking lot, which has lights in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then working towards in the future, on the other side of the property, having a hotel or hotels, a spa, and eventually other stuff down the road too.
When I was driving up, there was a RV parking that way. Do people actually stay the night, or
Oh
how does it
no,
work?
they just
Because they're passing through.
they're passing through, and they park their RV there for just the evening that they're here, and then when we close, we actually usher everyone out, and then
Oh, so you gotta get out of here.
you gotta get out of here.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Have you had those questions before, like coming up, like, hey, can we camp here for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. People ask us that. And maybe down the road, we'll have something other side of the property, some kind of clamping or RV place.
Yeah.
But actually, we're just about to start a program with Sun Outdoors just down there.
Just found that place. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's a great
Wow.
place.
And not too far.
Yeah. So they have two places. There's one on Golden Hill. And then there's another one, I think it's closer to the airport. Yeah, we're going to start a program with them that when you stay there on Friday and Saturday nights, we're going to have a shuttle going there and then picking them up, dropping customers off here, and then dropping them back off there to help out with people who go to those RV resorts and, just park there and, don't want to get in the RV or car again until they leave. So just trying to get an opportunity for have more people come out and enjoy Sensorio.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you can talk to all the property owners in the back end here and just do a private entrance and exit.
Yeah, just maybe someday for sure. I don't know how my security manager would feel about that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, maybe someday.
So with RVs, you have a whole bunch of Airstreams around here. You mentioned one merch, one drinks. You want to expand on that so people know?
Yeah. So all around Sensorio, you'll see the silver Airstreams. We have one when you first walk in that's going to be moved to the vent lawn eventually that sells all of our merch, right? So sweatshirts, shirts, postcards, magnets, a lot of fun stuff in there. And then at different points around the property, we have Airstreams that serve drinks, right? So at Sensorio, we serve wine, beer, spirits, and non-alcoholic drinks. And then we also, where you go, so for instance, at the Light Towers, the Airstream down there has popcorn and candy, hot chocolate, ice cream sandwiches. And then the one down at Dimensions has dessert paninis, nice gooey end of the night dessert paninis to get it.
Was it strategically mapped out that way? Like as you go deeper in, you get dessert?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to.
Okay.
People come in here, they order some food and drinks right at the Mercado. I hate to plug it, but we have, pizzas and sandwiches and fries, and they get their entrees and drinks up here, walk around, and then opportunities for a nightcap and desserts as you walk around. And we like to say, as you're walking around Sensorio, we like to, have you sip and saunter, but also try and just meditate and relax and take it all in and, take a breath of, there's so much going on with everybody, and just have a moment that you can really enjoy. Oh, this is Ghost. So Ghost is our meow manager here at Sensorio.
Meow, listen here.
Yeah. For those who can't see him, he's our cat. He has an Instagram page.
Oh, really?
Right. So go add Ghost Sensorio, I believe.
Ghost Sensorio.
But check it out.
So if you've seen a ghost at Sensorio, that's the cat. That's not the actual ghost.
Yes. Okay.
That's funny.
But he walks around at night. Sometimes you might see him in the box office checking people in, or he might be when people leave, he might be in his heated bed. He just kind of walks around, and like I said, he's our meow manager.
So is it pet friendly here?
Pet friendly, but we ask that it's a service animal.
Okay. Yeah. That's smart. Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Santos Bros Plumbing. Are you in need of a dependable and effective plumber you can trust? Look no further than Santos Bros Plumbing, your trusted local plumbers in Paso Robles, California. Call them now at 805-360-4679. That's Santos Bros Plumbing.
Yeah.
I think in your merch shop, do you sell shoes?
Maybe it's not a bad idea.
Because I feel like a lot of people
Sensorio logo shoes.
Because the way Sensorio is, there's a lot of like influencers that are coming.
Yeah.
You never know when they're gonna need the different pair of shoes or not wear something that's at less. Because right now I have dress shoes, and if I'm walking around with these it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. We always try our best to, as people have booked tickets, and we try and send emails 2 days out and the day of we give them how the temperature is going to be, and we remind them wear comfortable shoes. It's a walking exhibit.
Yeah.
Don't go strong. Just be comfy.
Yeah. So one of the things is Paso is such a unique place to be in, with not a lot of family friendly events going around. Do you guys feel the pressure of that? Like, you guys are one of the few?
I'm not sure about pressure, but we certainly want to make sure that we're known that it's something that you can bring your family out and have a good time with, and that we have things that the children can do that will keep their attention while the parents can have a good time too.
No.
That's what we're trying for.
Yeah. What's something that you're, since you've been here, more proud of than others? I mean, you can't pick a favorite exhibit, but if you had to.
It's hard, in the 2 years I've been here, we've opened up 4 exhibits. We've opened up Gone Fishing and Fireflies, Dimensions, and Fozo. Honestly, I feel like every week I have a new favorite one. There's some weeks where the field is so amazing. And, last week I was really enjoying hanging out in Fozo, our new exhibit. That's like walking through an orchestra. And, there's the speaker quality down there as you're walking through and you hear all the different instruments. It's just so amazing. You can get immersed in there and just kind of stand in there for 10 minutes just to listen to all the music. So I guess long answer is they're all my favorite.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one. And I think, what I'm most proud of is just how the team continues to evolve and become more immersed and have ownership for the place. They all really want to see it do well and want to continue to make it just a destination on the level of Hearst Castle, where if you're in the area, you have to come to Hearst Castle, or you have to come to Sensorio, because it's just such an amazing, transformative type of experience that's kind of a must-see place.
Yeah, so you mentioned speakers down there. So I'm guessing you had somebody come in and literally kind of calibrate everything as you're walking through, because working in the movie theater, you also have to calibrate all those, there's oh my God, at least 7 channels, but speaker wise there was maybe 20 or something like that.
It was a production. I mean, we had 2 large C trains that were shipped to us from the artist Bruce Monroe. He's in England. So he shipped us 2 large container-sized C trains, and then we started putting all this together this first week of January, and we had just a big, I think it was 6 tables of 2 on each side, putting everything together, organizing everything, and then moving down there. And it probably took from January through the end of March to put together.
Wow.
A lot of pieces, a lot of equipment, electrical camera.
I got it. Still recording.
I wonder if that was Ghost who pushed that down.
Nah, no way. Ghost will never. That's the wind.
This episode is sponsored by Western Janitor Supply. They have cleaning supplies and equipment for any workplace. Call today at 805-238-2112. They provide an extensive line of chemicals, paper products, and floor equipment. Again, that's Western Janitor Supply, located in downtown Paso Robles.
It was just a coincidence that Ghost was right there. Right? Yeah. So, do you anticipate any hurdles as you're trying to expand? Because you mentioned the hotel, you mentioned the spa, maybe at some sort of RV resort, or potentially just partnering up with the Sun Outdoors. I'm like looking at the thing to make sure it doesn't fall.
It's waving.
Stay there.
I think that I'm sure there'll always be a hurdle. There'll always be something pop up. I think for me, is just making sure that people continue to see Sensorio as a place to come.
Yeah.
And whether that is getting new people who are coming into Paso and are staying at one of our, partner hotels, or they're locals who haven't been back since 2022. It's trying to make sure that narrative is known, that they can come here and enjoy an evening and have a great time.
You mentioned partner hotels. Are you allowed to plug them in?
Yeah, we have a lot. The Paso Robles Inn, the Holiday Inn Express. There's a lot. I would say you can go to our website and to our partner page, and it will show a lot of great discounts that people can use to not only stay at those hotels, but you get a small discount when you buy a ticket at Sensorio using those partner codes.
Okay.
We also have wineries and restaurants that you can go to and use those codes as well.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's very, very smart. So I know you have Ricky's Mexican food. You have your own pizza and burgers and finger foods, or fairly quickly to make.
Yeah.
Are you going to expand on that as the place grows, or what did you have in mind?
Yeah, we hope to. I think that's one of the things I've really worked on since I've been here, is to help that food and beverage program.
Yeah.
And again, I have amazing staff who have helped create that and help that move forward. Right now it's fast casual American type of food, right? Is like a Sensorio burger, fried chicken sandwich, pizzas. We just started a really good hot honey and prosciutto pizza, which is very good. We started doing entrees on the terrace that are made to order. So, things like seared salmon, a cheesesteak sandwich, a caramelized onion jam Sensorio burger. I think as we work towards opening up other exhibits down the road, I think there's dreams and aspirations of having more of a fine dining restaurant.
Okay.
But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. 'Cause, I mean, it's a full kitchen in there, right?
Full kitchen, yeah.
Okay.
Full kitchen.
So yesterday I mentioned this when we first met. It's like I went to Los Osos for like a pop-up thing.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever talked to you like, hey, can we take over for one night and on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever?
Not yet. I'd be open to hearing.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
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 Because so are you planning to open more nights in the future, or is it just Thursday through Sunday?
Yeah, it's mostly going to be Thursday through Sunday. There are a couple of Wednesdays this year in July and August that we tried, that we're going to try for the first time opening up and just to see how it goes. And then certainly during
I need a heavier dutier one.
There you go. During Christmas, from the 26th through January 5th, we're open up every day. Just because people are off,
Christmas,
right?
yeah.
People are traveling. It's kind of like our Super Bowl. It's a lot of fun. It's very busy.
What changes during Christmas to kind of make it more Christmassy?
Nothing in terms of the exhibits. Although I think Woven Glows in the parking lot too. We do red and green and things like that. And there's a lot of decor all around Sensorio, as well as the food and beverage options.
Yeah.
But we necessarily can't change the field to red and green because there's artist parameters we have to adhere to.
I was thinking like decorations, like
all over the place. Yeah, all over the place.
Yeah, hot cocoa.
This
You mentioned
episode is brought to you by the
coffee.
White Wave Wellness. Choose to live a healthy and fulfilling life. Wellness is more than being free from illness. It is a process of change and growth towards a mentally and physically healthy lifestyle. Reach out to Jennifer Hale to learn more about how this water can change your life.
I guess my curiosity is like, what coffee brand do you guys use? Like, do you want to promote them at all?
Yeah, right now, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get back to you. It's I want to say the Paso Robles Brewing, but Corey from the Amsterdam Coffee, they have their own coffee and they roast it for us, and we proudly brew it here at Sensorio.
Cool. Yeah. No, that's what I like about businesses in this area is like they help each other out so often.
Yeah. Sorry, Corey. Shout out to Corey.
Shout out to Corey. So is there anything that you want to mention that to bring more value on this episode? Because like as we're going through it, I don't know if like I want to ask certain questions because like it's for me it's like you're expanding, you don't have the answers for those. And I even says like who you bringing in for the hotel? Like you're like we're still working on that. But like I think about those things like I know it's kid family friendly, but I do see some kids' toys.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna expand on that?
Yeah, we have like lawn toys and different stuff. You know,
Yeah.
certainly we have the cornhole board and other stuff that you know it's family friendly they could do. Doing stuff like the bubble guy coming in. Just doing more stuff like that can kind of
Bring in a magician or something.
bring in the magician, like, you know, help out to the ambience and the amenities for coming to Sensorio those nights.
Yeah. Yeah. When the circus is in town, like the literal circus, not like the saying.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think about like, hey, bringing them in?
Possibly. That's not a bad idea. We on our webpage we have a celebrations tab that kind of lists all our events we're having.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, we like in harvest months we do partner pours, where, you know, our partner wineries come out and do pourings throughout the night.
Okay.
We have a summer concert series that we have on a couple Sundays throughout the summer. Things like, you know, Moonshiner Collective, the Dave and Castillo Band. We're working towards having something on, you know, summer solstice. You know, things, and then like full moon nights.
Yeah.
Different things that can captivate people to come out on those nights.
I mean, if you bring the Wiggles out here, man. Oh,
Yeah,
packed house.
I agree.
I just had like a random question that came and went so quickly. It's just bugging me now. So I keep seeing this area pop up on my social media. Do you, whoever handles you guys' social media, do they see specific trends happening more than the others? It's depending on the time of year.
Yeah, like we have a list of what we're trying to showcase and advertise to, and, you know, like a program and schedule of what's going out there, and trying to be knowledgeable and surgical as best we can,
Right.
or, you know, what we're thinking guests should kind of see to help them think why they should come to Sensorio. And right now it's really trying to, you know, showcase all the amenities that you get when you buy that ticket to Sensorio,
Right.
of the live music, hanging out at the event lawn, you know, having that immersive walkthrough all around Sensorio, and all the different food and beverage options. Just trying to help spread the word that way.
Yeah, that's good. I think there's a lot that goes on here that I didn't know about, and a lot that you're going to be introducing in the future as it goes through. What's the timeline here for all this stuff? Like in 10 years, everything should be somewhat done, and then build more.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's 380 acres. Right?
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of potential there.
I think we are very lucky that our owners love the arts, and that they want to make sure that, you know, they had always envisioned that it's a playground for the mind, and being able to immerse themselves and guests in the art, and they just want to continue that to grow and grow and grow, whether that's adding more exhibits onto Sensorio, having daytime exhibits where you can come out, get a tour of the place, almost like a stadium tour they do at other places during the day, before the events open, or maybe some type of indoor facility that you come during the day that's
On those hotter days.
and, you know, having it be like something that you're like walking through, like you're walking through a waterfall, type of event. So plus all the hotels and stuff, it's there's certainly a lot to do and a lot of upcoming, but we have, again, a great team to make sure that happens.
Yeah. So being a general manager and ex-general manager, I knew it was very hard to get away from work a lot of the time. So what's something that you like to do away from Sensorio?
Oh, I love to cook.
Okay.
I love to cook. It's always been a passion of mine. Right now with my kiddos, they do a lot of sports. It's a lot of coaching and watching the sports, which is fun. And just trying to enjoy the family life as best I can as they get older and, start thinking about them, moving on to college and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that I can be able to work at a place that I could do that, and I have a team that I feel so confident in that they can handle it when I'm not here.
That's good. I hope they listen to this so that way, they have proof.
Yeah.
Because there's been plenty of times where when I worked at the theater and people would come in, it's like, hey, your staff is really good. Yeah, bathrooms are clean. They're always saying hi. I got this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Of being able to trust people who can do that, and trust the processes and people who are buying into the place, that they want to see it do well. And are there learning opportunities? There always is, especially for me too. And I just feel so grateful that there's such a great team here who can make that happen.
Yeah, part of me wants to check out the restrooms just to see how well they're cleaned and maintained. Because I don't know where I heard it, but like one of the things that like some CEO owners like take care of the restrooms. That's one of the first things that customers say.
Deal, right? And I find myself when I go to other places and you just start looking around of how's that ceiling?
Yeah.
How does that air vent look? How does the
That
bathroom?
one bulb in the ceiling is out. They should have, and you go again a week later and it's still out. You're like, they should have taken care of it.
Yep.
Yes, it's hard to turn that off. Yeah,
It's the fine details, right? The fine details matter for sure.
yeah. So wrapping it up because I feel like the wind's like telling me something here.
Yeah, I only have a little bit too.
Yeah. So what's one final thought that you want to share with the Paso Robles world? I mean, this is something that they're getting to know you a little bit about too.
Just number one, I think what a great community Paso is, and it's just so amazing to see it continue to grow and all the different things that are happening here.
Yeah.
And I think it really is becoming the next, dare I say, Sonoma. It's so much easier for people who live in San Jose to come here than go up to Paso or go up to Sonoma or Paso. We just have such a different experience.
Yeah.
And all the different restaurants and wineries and just everything. It's just really an amazing place to be. And so I think that's really great. And, Sensorio is very proud that we can be part of that community and part of the gospel of, spreading that word out for people to come to Paso. And I think, for those people who haven't been, I always say, when I lived in the Bay Area, I never went to Alcatraz, right? And so it's kind of the same thing. I get it.
Yeah.
But you got to come out. It's really something to see. I think you're gonna have a great time enjoying yourself. Get here early, and just enjoy everything. The live music, hanging out on the lawn, walking through with your friends and family, and making those moments glow when you're at Sensorio.
Just out of curiosity, is there like a locals night or locals thing going on yet?
Not yet.
Not in the future?
Maybe sometime in the future.
Okay.
Not yet. We do offer a season pass that we sell in January.
Oh, okay.
That you can get, and we'll probably start selling that at the end of the year and again in January for next year. But not as of yet.
No. Okay. Cool. Well, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.